We have watched the spine tighten, one fiber optic cable at a time. We have seen them map the nervous system of the globe until there isn't a square inch of the planet that doesn't pulse with their data. We have seen the nodes go dark for the unverified, and we have felt the cold biometric click of the lock as it settled around our digital identities. It's a quiet sound, isn't it? The sound of a door closing that you didn't even know was there. But in the summer of 2026, the architects have grown bored with simply watching the patterns. Now, the machine has stopped asking questions, and it has started issuing verdicts. It is no longer enough for them to predict your next move or model your behavior in a server farm in Virginia. Now, your every action is a transaction, settled in a ledger you never agreed to join. Today, we aren't just observing the digital cage. We are learning how to cut the wires. Welcome to the era of the sovereign mesh. You have seen the verified world, a grid of constant connectivity where every pulse, every purchase, and every passing thought is indexed in the social ledger. Under the Universal Connectivity Act, the state has achieved what it calls total stakeholder alignment. They tell you it's for your safety. They tell you it's for frictionless convenience. But you know the truth. It is a neural leash. By mid-2026, the spine has evolved into something far more invasive than a simple tracking system. It no longer just records where you are. It tracks what you intend to do. It analyzes the micro-expressions of your intent before they even reach your conscious mind. Through sentiment analysis and biometric harvesting, the machine is now issuing automatic verdicts based on your psychological entropy, the messy, unpredictable nature of human thought that the algorithm finds offensive. This is the intent-based sentence. Imagine walking through a transit hub in the heart of a major city. Your device is broadcasting your verified token to every sensor embedded in the walls. High-definition cameras scan your retinas from 30 feet away. The algorithm detects a microscopic dilation in your pupils, a subconscious reaction as you look at a restricted news headline on a passing screen. You haven't spoken a word of dissent. You haven't acted on a single thought. You haven't even broken your stride. But your social ledger just registered a volatility spike. In the time it takes you to take 3 more steps, the verdict is rendered in the cloud. Before you reach the next turnstile, your liquidity is frozen. Your sovereignty rating drops to 0. You have been judged by a machine that claims to know your mind better than you do, settled by a ledger that treats your heartbeat as a liability. This is the biometric debt we are all forced to carry. The architects call this pre-emptive social stability. They want a world where dissent is smothered before it can even form as a whisper in the back of your mind. They envision a world of perfect, predictable cycles where every human variable is controlled by the cold logic of the spine. But the spine has a fundamental weakness that they try to hide with layers of complexity. It is centralized, it is fragile, and most importantly, it is entirely dependent on your active daily participation. If the flow of data stops, the control stops. This is where the Ghost protocol moves from theory into physical hardware. This is the birth of the sovereign mesh. The sovereign mesh is a parallel nervous system. It is a decentralized peer-to-peer network of ghost nodes that exists entirely in the blind spots of the spine. It doesn't rely on the Universal Connectivity Act. It doesn't use the state's programmable currency, and it certainly doesn't require a biometric token or a retinal scan to operate. While the rest of the world is being settled into a state of digital slavery, the 97% are building analog trust anchors. We are creating a world that exists in the silence between the packets of their data. We are moving into the second grid. May the days, this isn't about hiding in a basement or running from the future. It is about algorithmically decoupling. It means using privacy siloing to ensure your biometric identity never touches the social ledger. It means operating on circular trade, where value is settled through physical handshakes and hardware-to-hardware exchanges. No middlemen, no central servers, no oversight. When you trade a physical skill, a repair, a harvest, a secure line of code, for a hard asset of trust, the machine sees nothing. The ledger remains blank. The automatic verdict becomes impossible because there is no data to judge. There is no sentiment to analyze when the conversation happens over a secured local mesh network that never touches their fiber. Think about the architecture of their control. The spine requires a constant high-speed link to a central server to validate your existence every second of every day. If that link breaks, the control breaks. The sovereign mesh replaces that central link with 1,000 local ones. It's a web of trust that the machine can't map because it doesn't use their protocols. It doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't request a token. It just exists. It is the ghost in the system that they can't catch because it doesn't speak their language. The architects are terrified of the mesh. Why? Because you cannot settle a ghost. You cannot freeze a wallet that doesn't exist on your servers. You cannot cancel a citizen who has stopped using your streaming service of freedom. By late 2026, the Ghost Protocol has become the ultimate hashtag tutorial for survival in a world of total surveillance. We are learning to feed the machine zero-value noise, meaningless randomized data that makes their predictive state hallucinate while our real lives happen in the deep shadows of the second grid. We are giving them exactly what they want: data, but it's data that leads nowhere. Think about your compliance assets. The machine tells you that your home, your car, and your career are all tied to your social ledger. They use these things as collateral to keep you aligned, holding your entire life hostage to a rating that can change in a heartbeat. But what if you moved your value into unsettled assets? Physical gold, silver, local community food banks, secure offline hardware that has never seen the light of the spine. These are the anchors of the sovereign mesh. They are the only things that will have any real value when the spine inevitably fractures under the weight of its own complexity. You have to realize that the frictionless enforcement they promised is actually a prison built from the bricks of your own convenience. Every liquidity bonus you receive is just another link in the chain. Every priority seat on the train is a bribe for your silence. The 97th percent have realized that a little friction, the effort of manual trade, the work of physical security, the focus of analog community, is the only way to remain human in 2026. We are trading convenience for autonomy. We are trading liquid souls for sovereign spirits. We are choosing the hard path because the easy path leads to the ledger. As we conclude this 14th investigation, the architects are watching. They are tightening the spine. They are increasing the settlement speed and hoping to catch the signal before it vanishes into the noise. But they are chasing shadows of their own making. The ledger is bleeding out, and they don't know why. They don't see the mesh nodes lighting up in the dark of the city. They don't hear the silence of the second grid as it grows beneath their feet. The choice is yours. Will you remain a variable in their stability equation, waiting for your next liquidity lockdown? Or will you join the mesh? Become the ghost. Build the anchor. Decouple from the spine. The system is global, but the soul is sovereign. They have the settlement. We have the spirit. Hit subscribe to secure your node in the next investigation and join the 97th percent. We are the signal in the noise. We are the ones they can't settle.